Can you play Valorant with only one hand? At first, you may be scratching your head confused, because you obviously need a keyboard to move and use abilities, but you also need a mouse to aim and shoot in Valorant. Well, let me introduce you to one of my lovely creations. I call it the one-hander. This is something I cooked up in my main channel in order to prove a point. You really only need one hand to play pretty much any game. This Frankenstein's controller consists of a mouse for aiming, keyboard keys for action abilities, and a joystick for movement. And the funny thing is, you can play Valorant using this thing, but it took a lot of time and effort to make it work. What the fuck? So in this video, I'll quickly showcase how we went from this regular mouse to the one-hander, but more importantly, take you through the journey of all the struggles that I went through in order to play Valorant using this with only one hand. As a side note, it was a whole lot of struggling.
What the hell is even that?
Before we dive into the controller, I need to give you a quick backstory on why I made this thing in the first place. Well, long story short, I saw that companies are starting to pack more and more buttons on gaming mice, and I asked myself, is it possible to play any game using just one hand? So I did what I normally do. I went on YouTube to do some research and found amazing people making both console controllers and gaming mice with keyboard one-handed. There's also a company called Azeron who makes the Cyro, which is a combination of a mouse, keyboard, and joystick in a single controller. Exactly what I wanted to make. I joked about how I decided to make my own one-handed gaming controller in my main channel since I couldn't afford to buy the Cyro, which is partially true, especially with inflation hitting hard on Canadian food prices. But also, there's no fun in buying things when you can build a crappier version of it yourself, and it would make for some great content.
Bruh.
Another reason for building this thing was that I love challenges. I'm sure you'll agree that challenges are fun, and it forces you to learn something new in an entertaining way.
The milk crate challenge.
Tide Pod challenge.
Cars stolen, part of a TikTok trend.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Now that we got the backstory out of the way, let's quickly go over how this one-handed gaming controller was made. Yeah, I just drilled a bunch of holes and then glued a joystick and some buttons onto a cheap mouse.
Bruh.
What you'll notice on this initial version is that there are only 3 buttons on the one-hander, and this was a problem because after some training on Valorant, I quickly realized that I was missing a lot of important keys. Just as an example, I didn't have a button to plant the bomb. Oh my god, I don't have enough buttons to press 4! I don't have a 4 binding! So it was obvious that I needed to add more keys in order to access all the important abilities. I also added this Velcro strap to help move and lift the controller, since I tend to make large movements with the mouse when aiming due to my mouse sensitivity being relatively low. Also, you can strap it onto your foot and wear it like a shoe, which is a nice feature. After I got the mouse built and tested, I started grinding on Valorant, where I was playing at least 2 hours per night in the practice range and death matches to hone my skills. Goodbye, keyboard. Okay, 13 not bad, but I think we could definitely do better.
A few moments later.
Okay, 15. Alright, that's pretty good. Off the bat, aiming was pretty easy since I was essentially using a regular computer mouse which I normally use. But moving and aiming simultaneously took some practice to get used to. Every time I tried, it looked like I was moving unnaturally like a bot. Overall, I think I did okay.
That's 3. And 4.
But I definitely didn't perform my best. And in the end, I didn't get a single win.
Bruh.
If I had to summarize my experience with this controller, it felt like I was relearning to walk again. If walking consisted of only using one hand for several hours, making very small movements, and accurate fingering. But that wasn't an issue for me, since I had over 11 years of practice in that department. This is Nibbles, and she's 11 years old. It takes a lot of skills to properly pet your kitty, just the way she likes it.
Anyway.
After some training, I thought I was ready to play ranked games in Valorant. Just as a quick preview, I was not ready. Time to get ranked.
Match found.
After I got matched, I picked Sage as usual and saw this. What? I haven't played Valorant for over a year, and I've never seen this map before, and I couldn't understand my teammates' callouts. I feel so bad for these guys if I lose. Once I started the game, I knew right away that I had a mix of gold and diamond players in my lobby, and this was not a good sign.
Sage you bomb. Sage you bomb. Or Sage just throwing.
Yo, can you heal me?
Can you heal me,
Our Sage
please?
is unironically a bot. Our Sage is actually like a bot.
But I feel
somebody
like the
want this?
bot
Here,
wouldn't know how to
chamber.
heal me. The bot wouldn't know how to heal
Did the bot heal you?
It's definitely a bot, man. It's definitely like an actual
Yeah,
robot.
there's zero
Like,
chance. We get to write the funniest report. You have to write bot account or bot account.
Yeah, it's a double entendre.
As you saw from the clips, I choked so many times and I had trouble pressing the correct keys. My movement also needed more practice and I literally moved like a bot, as my teammates correctly pointed out several times. Because I was choking so hard, I forgot the complete basics, like always keeping your aim where your enemy heads are normally located. I even forgot at one point that I run faster with a knife.
You take your knife out, you can't get shot here.
What are you doing with a knife?
Run faster with a knife.
Another issue was that I forgot to bind a key for walking, and I was crouch walking a lot of the times to keep silent.
Please stop crouch walking.
Wait, what's our Sage doing?
Like, no joke, never play comp again. Like, no offense, but
You bought this
you're
account.
not ready. You're not ready.
You either bought this
bought
account
the-
or you're a leveling bot. There's a 0% chance this is a real player.
I actually don't have the heart to tell these guys I'm playing with only one hand.
I did get some decent kills here and there, but I died most of the time and I was bottom frag.
Attackers win.
Oh my god, that was the worst. GG. Wow. I'm getting off this game, guys. I'm sorry. This is so disheartening.
What the hell?